Player of the match performance from Bruno Fernandes there, and it takes Manchester United into third place in the table. They're 3 points clear of Aston Villa, 6 points clear of Chelsea, and Liverpool, as things stand, if it goes down to 5 places. Do they look comfortable in terms of Champions League qualification?
United, yeah, I think they're absolutely short for it. Again, we've mentioned it before, no distractions. They could just focus on the games, get some recovery in between the games. Villa looked a bit flat today. United second half pretty comfortable, and you give players like Bruno time and space, you're going to be punished. And as I said, I think United are absolute certs for that Champions League spot.
And actually, quick word on Villa and their chances of Champions League qualification, not because of their position, but because of the momentum.
Yeah, of course, and especially when United have got that psychological bit to it with them winning now. Liverpool see that they had that opportunity with Chelsea as well last night, and they didn't take it. And like I said today, they just weren't at it, and that's their own faults.
Let's take a look.
All day long. He's tried to claim that.
Unless he's on a goals bonus, he might be on the goal.
He's got some front there.
But in the end, because Manchester United got back into the game, it wasn't significant in terms of the outcome. But this pass, yeah,
brilliant pass. You can see there that Konsa gets caught with Mbeumo. Cunha had not had his best game, but this is what good players do. They don't care. It doesn't seem to affect him. You can see Konsa just runs in. The passes, the timing is great. Opens his body up lovely. Just guides it into that corner. Really good finish. Such an important goal for him as well.
So that made it 2-1 to Manchester United, and it got even better for them. Benjamin Šeško has become a real super sub for Manchester United with the third.
Yeah, he has been, and to be honest, I think Villa all day they were all over the place, and Šeško obviously sees it, come back in the box, and a typical striker with the form that he's been in, whether he's been on the bench or he's coming off the bench. He turns quickly here. He sees the ball. He takes a shot. It takes deflection, but it goes in. It's a great finish for him and for his confidence as well.
Yeah, they are increasingly getting that gap in third. So 0-0 at half-time. All the goals coming in that second half. United taking the lead from a corner kick, which, when you look at the way it was conceded, Tim, you weren't really happy about this from a Villa point of view.
Lucadinha at the back post, you see him there. It's a good save from Martinez, and then he's under no pressure. Look, everyone sees it. Why are you giving a corner away there? Kick it out for a throw-in, or get yourself turned around and kick it up the field. But from there on in, Michael, the movement and the header was unbelievable, wasn't it?
And how many times have we seen it, Casemiro? For somebody that's not that tall, he times his runs, he times his jumps. He's a fantastic header of the ball. Ahmad just pulls away. You can see that highlighted area at the near post. He pulled Digne out of the way of that, and Casemiro comes and fills his space and nods it into the back of the net.
But the guys in the front area have to go and head the ball. I mean, he loses Ross Barkley, has a run on him. But if you're Ollie Watkins, you have to go and head that at the highest point. He's waiting for it to come to him. He doesn't see where Casemiro is. It's a brilliant time jump and a wonderful guided header. But they have to do better in the front area.
Yeah, Villa did have hope with 1-1, but then this is a brilliant move, and you love this finish as well from Matthias Cunha.
Oh yeah, he's just all class, isn't he? And this is Manchester United really at their best when they're defending, when they break reasonably quick. Obviously Bruno Fernandes pulling out here onto the left-hand side. Mbeumo makes a run, but he times it poorly really, so he's offside. But for Fernandes to see that, to spot that ball, is quite incredible. We just look at Konsa as well here. He takes a little look at Mbeumo, and just that little glance there almost puts him off, loses his momentum. Cunha then gets a run on him, and what a finish that is as well.
The key to this is the Casemiro pass to Bruno Fernandes gives him no control problems. He knows he can play it first time. As Casemiro is coming forward, he's looking at the two centre forwards, looking at Mbeumo, he's looking where Cunha is, and he just lends it to the assister. He gives it there, and no control problems. He knows he can pass that ball first time. If you get it first time, the defenders are never set, and they were in behind. Once he was in behind, he was never ever going to miss. Brilliant finish.
The managers obviously, getting better and better, I guess, and the momentum's getting more and more. So Manchester United, I'd be surprised. In fact, I think they've probably got more chance of coming second, like catching a Manchester City, let's say, than they have of dropping out now. So they've got loftier ambitions, but Aston Villa, they need to hang on. They're probably, the likes of Chelsea losing yesterday was a real bonus for them. They got to get back on the wagon quite quickly.
The way it's going for them at the moment, Mo, I just think it might be easier for them to qualify for the Champions League by winning the Europa League. And I think it's a manager who's done that before. He's done it 4 times. I think it's time for Aston Villa to lift the trophy. I've got full belief that he will win the Europa League this season with Aston Villa and qualify for the Champions League.
Interesting.
Carrick does that with abundance and with ease, it seems. And we've talked about Igor Tudor not being able to do that maybe at Tottenham. How are they not going to give this guy the job?
Well, I said they shouldn't. I agree with, and you've mentioned as well, I agree with Gary Neville, like, they shouldn't. They need a manager who has managed a big club.
Why?
But because they've run into this before. Because Manchester United, and again, this is no disrespect to Carrick. I think he should, if he gets them into third place at the end of the season playing this way, he absolutely should be having conversations with the board about being the next manager.
Would you still not give it to him if he finishes third?
No, only because in a snapshot, we've seen this before. That's the only reason. And again, no disrespect to him, but over the course of 6 months, you can get a team to play like this. This project is bigger than this. This is getting Manchester United back on top of Europe.
I sat here a few months ago and said, it's not...
You said no matter
big,
what.
No matter what. And
Changing?
I was wrong. If he gets them third, if this club's got momentum and starting to go again back, why would you not let it go? Why would you not at least give him 18 months and say, let's continue where we are?
It's interesting. Interesting debate. No doubt we'll be having it every week between now